Hello, dear Jazz, and oh my goodness, we are on the 26th of July. I am so sorry. Like, what? As you know, I don't even know where to start. Like, I generally don't think I've spoken to you since before our June holiday, which is absolutely shocking. It's outrageous. And, you know, a few things have happened in that time. And I haven't had the chance really to have a look at videos, see if I've got anything. Certainly haven't had the chance to piece them together. So, do you know what? We're scrapping June, the rest of it, or all of it, and we are scrapping the majority of July. And we're just going to start fresh from today. So this is a brand new vlog. Hello. And I'm just going to update you, basically. My life has been absolutely insane. And I know you're going to laugh because you always think it's insane. But without a doubt, my head is just spinning, literally. So we were on the hottest day of the year yesterday. It is very muggy. It's currently thunderstorming outside, and looks like it's about to again. We've got the fan going in the front room, and I've had a grand total of about 4 hours sleep last night. It was so hot that I just couldn't sleep upstairs. It was unbearable. So I came down and I slept on the sofa. And that was uncomfortable too. And it was just, it was grim. It was grim. And no, you went through the same thing as did everybody else in the world. So I don't want to feel like, you know, I suffered, especially I didn't, everybody did. I mean, you can see I'm like practically glowing at the moment because it's still, although we've got the fan on and although it's cooler, it's still just, ugh. So yeah, so that's currently happening in the kind of weather world at the moment. Life has been interesting. So for the last 3 weeks, I want to say, I have been doing 50 hours at work each week without fail really. I've been hitting the 50. I've been going as high as 53-ish and then as low as like 50, which is mental. Like my normal contracted hours are 35 and I'm doing, you know, practically double that. We have 2 managers who are away for like the summer holidays really. They've taken all their holiday at once so that they can go back home. Stupidly, they've been allowed to go together, like at the same time, which means we are very short-staffed at the moment in terms of people who can actually do opening or closing or, you know, at the longer hours. There's very few of us who can do it. So I was just kind of, you know, knocking out all these hours, not really thinking about it. And I actually ended up in hospital on Monday. So the Monday just gone, it wasn't actually work directly related, I don't think. But I suffered from food poisoning. 3rd time in my life, people. How do I get that unlucky? So yes, I ordered a Domino's pizza for lunch. I had the whole day off, so I thought I'd order it for lunch, have some for lunch, save the rest for dinner. Sort of, you know, it's a thing I do every so often as a treat to myself. Didn't think anything of it, ordered the exact same thing I always do. I had it about 2 o'clock and I went for a nap because I was a bit tired, and Mum thought that was strange, but to me I was just like, look, I've been doing so many hours recently, I'm just exhausted. So anyway, went for the nap, didn't really sleep, ended up watching a film. And then about 7-ish, I just started upchucking, shall we say. And it wasn't too bad to begin with, but then within about half an hour, my liver was practically in the toilet. Like, there was nothing left inside of me by the time I'd finished. And, you know, this was ongoing from 7 o'clock to about 10:30 at night. I was at home for 3 hours and a bit. I was just constantly being sick and I just couldn't keep water down or anything. So Mum had called 111, the kind of like emergency helpline for when it's not death's door, 999. And they were trying to give us advice. They were trying to talk to me, but I had my head in a bucket. And eventually Mum was like, no, we're going to take her up there. I don't care what you say. We'll get her there. So I went up there, my stomach was in absolute knots, it was ridiculous. They put paracetamol and anti-sickness in me, and then they switched me to IV fluids because I was so dehydrated from where I wasn't keeping down water. Put me on 2 bags of the stuff. So from throwing up for 3 hours, I then spent 7 hours in hospital on a drip. It was not fun. Not fun at all. I was so just... And because I'd been working so much at work as well, I think my whole body was just really run down. So anyway, I had to message my boss and say, look, I'm really sorry. I can't make it in, I can hardly stand up. And of course, bless him, he was concerned. And he said, you know, take Tuesday off, we've got you covered. And he said, take Wednesday off too. I don't want to see you till Thursday at the earliest. And then yesterday I went back for the first time, and it was hard. It was really hard. Like, I still don't think I was fully recovered. Obviously, it was still quite hot as well, or it was hot. It was the hottest day, and I still wasn't fully right. And the world and his wife showed up at lunch. I was like, what are you doing, people? Like, it's the hottest day of the year, and you've come to a restaurant. What is wrong with people? So anyway, touch wood. I think I'm back to normal now. Lesson learnt, number 1. Sorry, Domino's, you've just lost a valuable customer. I will forever now be, you know, thinking about what I eat and where I buy it from a little bit more carefully. Rule number 2, work. I just need to learn to say no a bit more. So I'm happy with the paychecks I've been getting for 50 hours, but obviously 50 hours, that's not really, you know, it's not healthy. But in saying that, at the moment, we still don't have the staff, so someone has to do the hours. So it's just kind of take each day as it comes, really. So that is the kind of work situation. We've got 2 newbies that have started. I'm not sure they're going to last very long, to be honest. In all honesty, I think they're crap. So we need some more trial shifters to come in. And yeah, we just need to get through the kids' summer holidays, and we'll see where we're at afterwards. In terms of actually job hunting, that hasn't happened for a good few weeks now. I did start once I got back from holiday. To be fair, I was looking, I was applying, but then the 50 hours just kicked in and I just stopped. I just stopped again because, you know, I didn't have the time, and whatever. So that is work. Family are all good. Mum and Dad are currently at Sainsbury's, which is why I'm doing this now. They're okay. They're also finding the heat really unbearable. I bought them a Oxford night away anniversary come mum's birthday present thing for them at the end of August. So that's a night away for them to look forward to. Hayley and John are good. Their birthdays are coming up in August as well. Hayley, she's fully bought and paid for. Like, I can't spend any more on her. I really can't. John, I need to buy something. But otherwise, they're both okay. I was planning on seeing The Lion King with Mum on Monday before my little, you know, A&E incident. And obviously couldn't go. Missed out. We bought tickets and everything. Couldn't get a refund. Hayley then was like, well, we want to go see it. If you want to come along with us, then please do. Which is tomorrow, but I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to. One of the girls who covered me at work whilst I was ill hasn't had a day off yet, so I feel really guilty if I suddenly say, well, I'm now better, I'm off to the cinema. Enjoy like your 5th double in a row. So I'll just see how that goes. I do want to see it. We saw I can't even remember if I told you, like, or has spoken to you since, but we saw Aladdin. I can't even remember when that came out. May? I think it was May. It was amazing. We saw Toy Story 4, which was June. That was amazing. That was really good. And I really wanted to see it again, but I think they've already taken it off of cinemas, which is strange. And now they've released The Lion King, which I've not yet to see, want to see, have to see. And, you know, they've just had a really good run of Disney films so far. So I'm excited to see it. What else is happening? Not much, really. Hayley, Mum and I, so for Mum's birthday present from Hayley, she has booked tickets to go and see Waitress, the musical, and I'm going with them. I've put the evening off work. I cannot wait to see it. It kind of couldn't be more appropriate and like relatable, I don't feel, or I do feel. So for that aspect, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Plus, I feel like I haven't been to the theatre in ages. So I just want to go. I want to have a night out from work and, yeah, just enjoy it. So that's coming up also the same week as the Oxford trip for Mum and Dad. My other family, they are all okay as far as I know. There isn't really that much else to say. I felt like I had a lot to say when I picked up the camera, and now I'm just like, Hen do arrangements are, they're practically finished now. The only thing we've got to do is work out timings of when people are going to get there for travel and paying for travel. Everything else is paid for. I've bought little hen goodie bag things, which was a really last minute decision. I'm actually quite glad I did buy them because they look really cute. So yeah, she's 3 gifts away from, do you remember that pink box I set up for her wedding countdown each month? She's now only 3 gifts away from the wedding day present, which is nuts. So I need to get my A into G because one of the presents she doesn't actually have yet. It's a Hen do book upstairs, which I need to make, like a scrapbook of, her and her hens together, herself together, and then the rest of it is for her hen do that she has to make herself. So I need to kind of get my A into G with that. I'm also updating my Disney spreadsheet. I've done a bit of Disney spending recently just to try and cheer myself up from feeling literally like crap. So I need to update the spreadsheet and get that fully, up to date, all checked and correct. Is there anything else to say? We are hoping, I'm actually going to go in today and book it off, or try and book it off, to go to Disneyland Paris for one more weekend away as like a pre-hen do for me and Hayley. We've both been having major Disney blues recently, and I literally got off the phone with her half an hour ago, and we were talking about, we want to buy this, we want to buy that, we want to go to Disneyland, we want to go to Disney Oxford Street store just to kind of be in the magic. So I think if we could do that, we'd probably be fixed. But now she's planted the idea of Paris in my head. I'm like, well, why not? Like, if we've got the money, let's do it. The issue is she doesn't have the money. And the issue is I shouldn't be spending my money on it. But anyway, we will see. I think that's everything. I do think that's everything. I have not spoken to any of my friends for the longest time. I think quite possibly I spoke to Becca to say, hey, are you free? Then turned out she was free and I wasn't free, so then we had to reschedule. And to this day, that reschedule has still not happened. So trying to meet up with them at the moment is proving very difficult. But I'm hoping, work have learnt as well that I need to kind of take a chill pill a little bit from work as well. So if I have a free evening this week, then I'm going to try and meet up with them at least. And then that just leaves Jess to try and fit in whenever I can. Oh, squirrel. There's not really that much else to say. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I promise I won't leave it so long next time. I hope you and Sam are well. Obviously, seeing Canada photos now, like, that's probably the last time I picked up the camera to say bon voyage, enjoy your trip and everything. It looked amazing. I hope you had a good time. I'm still waiting to hear all about it. But yeah, love you and leave you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello. It has been a while, shall we say. I do apologise. We are actually on the 3rd of September, I think. It's nuts. August just kind of, passed us by really, really quickly. And now we're into the hen do and stag month. It's crazy. It really is crazy. So life has been a bit full on here. So I know I picked up the camera possibly like 2 weeks ago or something like that. But I just haven't had the time really to smush anything together or throw it on YouTube. So I do apologise. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this one with the others or whether I'll just start fresh from this one. There really hasn't been like that much going on in my life, to be honest, because I've been at work constantly. So my boss has been away. He had 3 weeks off to do his dissertation for uni. Then he came back for like a really brief kind of weekend. And then last week he was off again for a whole week. And he actually went on holiday with his family. So it's been a bit nuts. I've kind of been covering him. I've been the one who's now in charge while he's not there. Stuff's been going wrong like left, right and centre. You know, we've had people sign up, people leave, we've had fridges explode, we've had fights and arguments happen, we've been really busy with customers and then really dead some other days. So it really has been like a roller coaster of a month, August. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember most of it. And I've been at work quite a lot. I had Hayley's birthday, or Hayley had Hayley's birthday, as did John. I did see them. I was able to get the evening off just. They came round, we had dinner here, gave them their presents, they loved them. And last week? Yeah. I had an evening booked off, again, for birthday present, but this time it was for Mum's birthday, which was back in July. But her present was the Waitress musical show. We bought her tickets, or Hayley bought her tickets, I should say. I bought my own ticket to go with them. And we saw that on Thursday, and it was amazing. It was really, really good. I loved it. It was very relatable in some ways. And, you know, I just loved it. I really did. Highly recommend. So that's sort of kind of been any event that's happened whilst I've been at work. So there really hasn't been much. It's been Hayley and John's birthday. We went out for Mum's. Mum and Dad actually went to Oxford last week as well. So that was my present to Mum. And then their anniversary present as well. I kind of did a combo one because I wasn't sure what to get them this year. So I chucked in a overnight stay in Oxford. They sight saw. It was the hottest day of the year, which probably wasn't best timed, but I didn't know it was going to be that. It was bank holiday. I thought it was going to rain, but no, they had a really good time. And at the moment they are now out and about. They're doing all these like antiques stores, like they're really into that at the moment, so they've gone off for a little walk to go and find one. So I was like, okay, good luck. I actually start work in about 2 hours time. So I'm just kind of chilling here before I have to go in. So yeah, so family is good, works. I have set up a proper adult account now. So my NatWest student account expired, which now means an overdraft, which I do still have. I now have to pay interest on if I go into it. It's completely unsatisfying. But I've actually set up a Help to Buy ISA, which is part of this government scheme that for the money you put in, the government will eventually give you money back as long as you then use it to buy a house, which obviously I want to do. I'm just desperately now trying to get my savings up as much as possible, because if I purely rely on, a decent job, I might be in trouble a bit. So like my pay is really good at the moment because I'm always at work, but it's not good enough to rely on alone. So I need my savings to practically quadruple just to reduce the kind of mortgage price that I need. But I mean, realistically, I'm not going to be moved out before Christmas. Probably not going to move out next year either. Apologies, the doorman the doorman? Postman. We don't have a doorman. We're not that rich. The postman just knocked with parcels for Hayley. So I just kind of threw you down to go and answer it. What was I saying? Yes, so Help to Buy ISA is now set up. I'm hoping I can, start looking seriously next year, like midway, That's the plan. In terms of job hunting, that hasn't really gone anywhere because I've been constantly at work. Now that my boss has finished his uni work, I think it really is going to be a case of which one of us goes first, and then the other one's just going to follow. There's no way I can do that job without him. 3 weeks was hard enough. Can't do it forever. So we will see what the future holds in that respect. Hayley has her hen do on the 27th of this month. And in here we've already started getting, so we've got games and stuff. Here is the hen book that I've been working on. In here we've got some little kind of goodie bags and stuff for all the girls. And then Mum also has been doing her own type of goodie bag situation. So the idea is that I'm going to travel down to Oxford first by myself. I'm going to meet up with a couple of the other bridesmaids. We're going to set up the house. We'll lay everything out, make it all look pretty, put shopping away, decorate. And then I believe, you know, just after that, Mum or all the other girls will come up first. And then Mum and Hayley will travel up last of all. And we'll all kind of be there to surprise her. So I'm really, really excited. It's come around so close now. I'm waiting on a clothes parcel to come because I kind of thought I want to look smart, but not like I'm going to an office. So I thought day dress, leggings, boots maybe, but I'm waiting on the dresses to turn up because I don't actually have a nice day dress that I like or that I thought was appropriate for September weather. So I'm waiting on that, and then all systems go. I've handed in my bridesmaid's dress to be taken up. Hello, the cat, who is right there. Yeah, I've taken up my bridesmaid's dress once with the length, but it's still really long with my shoes, so I need to go back and do it once more. I really don't want to, you know, spend the whole day worrying that I'm about to like tear it or trip over it and all the rest of it. So that we are doing this Thursday. Also have 6 weeks, I believe, to wear my shoes in. I'm getting more comfortable putting them on and, you know, tying them up and everything. But walking in them is going to be a really, like, big chore. So, again, I want to make sure I don't fall flat on my face. So, yeah, I need to practice. That's pretty much it at the moment. So, it's kind of all systems go with wedding stuff. Hayley and I were really hoping we could get another cheeky weekend into Disney. He's come back round. But unfortunately, you know, it's not so much even money, but it's just time off. And, you know, what would John, what would Mum, what would they all say? Like, it's just not very feasible. So we're going to save the money. I'm going to try and meet her for like a Saturday sleepover instead. And then, you know, the money we do save from not going to Paris, we can just put straight into Florida's pot, which I haven't even started saving for yet. But I'm confident that I will probably save it quite quickly compared to her, knowing that she's got so much other stuff going on. Wedding, house, like holidays and things like that. So we will see. Okay, my arms are getting tired and I feel like I've got a cold coming on. It always happens whenever I talk to you. I feel like I'm ill constantly. So, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will speak to you soon. I promise I will put these up soon as well. It won't be October before you see this, and I will try and like piece it together, more stuff for you as well, just so it's not like a, this is what happened in August. You know, if something extra happens in my life, then I will let you know. Speak soon.